Let's go to OBS and let's come over. We have a game. And it is Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja. I'm pretty sure licensed by Nintendo is cut off on the real game. so I don't think my cropping is off.
Now, this is a classic game. Very good race. So they're just beating 4 levels. I know that we've had in the past beating the whole game before, but 4 levels is still a pretty decent-sized goal.
And we're off.
So you have a real, like, you got Howie Mandel right there.
Yeah, we got Howie Mandel.
Just telling you, like, you got to go to the oil area. And
That's
Zerfall,
an unfortunate start. I don't mean to laugh at our competitors there, but that's a little bit funny, just comic timing. But to go fall into the very first pit in the game. This is Zen, the Intergalactic Ninja.
He jumped over the first pit. I think he was kind of... I actually understand, like, trying to get a handle of, like, how fast you can go with the slide and the physics.
Yeah, the slide seems strong. LanceDrago is playing on, like, real hardware or something. I knew it would be green, but I didn't think that it was going to be, like, blurry like this. This is a real Game Boy capture right here. They got an iPhone camera.
I forgot how much damage it takes to kill these enemies.
Yeah, I think LanceDrago has the right idea right now, which is just to walk right through the enemies. We didn't have time for racer cards because I wanted to get on the road here, but LanceDrago has been in a lot of MTs, but skipped a couple, and I think Zerfall is new.
Yeah, so you got someone with a little bit more experience doing some mystery races versus someone who is just kind of getting their feet wet for the first time. But, you know, we've seen stranger things happen, so you don't always need experience to win these races. Yeah, and because this is early on, it's not there's not too much of a mattering for leads. And it's not this stage that I think is the problem. It's when we get to, I can't remember which area, but one of the areas is just brutal with a difficult boss fight. Zerfall taking a death and glitching themselves into what looks like to be just frozen.
Well, that's not good. Did they pause it right as they were dying? I've done that in games and thought that it was frozen, but really I just paused it.
I mean, there's always the case, that maybe their stream is just dead. Oh no.
Well, that's not good.
As LanceDrago takes a nice dive into the oily bath. And I don't remember if this game has a 0 life.
It probably does. Most games do. I think it not having that would be an exception, I would say. Especially I assume this is a Japanese game, maybe not.
Okay, I think Zerfall is back.
And we're back.
And there's the confirmation that there is a 0 with life.
Okay. Zerfall's back at the beginning, so the continue system must be pretty harsh. I don't know what the continue system's like. Is it whole level?
I believe it's whole level. But yeah, some of the platforming in this game is brutal. Like to time these barrel jumps isn't necessarily easy, and just
there is a checkpoint, okay.
And there goes LanceDrago.
Oh, Zerfall got a good health pickup there. I don't know if that's always there or what. So whenever I've mentioned this game to anybody, they're like, oh, the NES game? And I say, no, the Game Boy game. They say, well, I haven't played that one. I say, yep, I don't know. That's the one that's always in the tournament. I've never played the NES version either. Who knows? Maybe someone will submit that one day.
Yeah, the best part is after you beat the boss, there's the mini game that is unskippable that just teaches you a Captain Planet lesson.
Yeah, this does have like some sort of like we're fighting like pollution, right?
Yeah, because you fight like the oil guy. There's a acid rain woman.
Right.
There's the garbage man, who's literally just garbage.
The trash man.
Yeah, I'm the trash man.
I'm the trash man. Right.
And then there's the fourth one.
Styrofoam guy? There should be styrofoam guys who there should be.
There's the guy who doesn't put the recycling in the recycling bin.
Yeah. Guy who doesn't break down his boxes. You're supposed to take the caps off the plastic bottles and put those in the trash.
There's the plastic straw man.
But
Zerfall's actually doing pretty well. Still on their 0th life though, getting through this section pretty well.
Yeah, does the pace bin talk about I assume it does.
Shouldn't have said anything as Zerfall just slides and then slowly descends into the oil.
Oh no, Megamind is not happy about that.
Megamind as played by Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Not a very healthy looking Howie. It's kind of a geriatric Howie Mandel. A little bit malnourished.
Yeah, it's him in his like deal or no deal money days.
Okay, continue is just the same as death. You continue at the checkpoint. Well, that's more forgiving than Mega Man.
So yeah, so your goal in a level is to at least get to the checkpoint before you game over, and then maybe intentionally game over to get to your next checkpoint, which I think it does checkpoint you at the boss, or maybe I think it just locks you at that checkpoint until you get to the boss, and then you have to restart at that checkpoint if you lose all your lives.
Right. But all of the
And LanceDrago has made it to Oil Slick.
Ooh. There he is. Yeah, he's not looking too. He's gross. Get him.
Yeah, and the gimmick here is that the land is slippery, so you can't really get a good handle on stopping.
Can you not hit him at all when he's in that ball? He was in that ball for a long time. Oh, come on.
You can. Most of the bosses have like set times when you can hit them. But for the most part, Oil Slick isn't too hard to deal with. I think of the 4 is the easiest.
All right.
It's very easy patterns to match.
So this seems like if this is the easiest boss, and I've seen this game before, but I never retain it. If this is the easiest boss, this is probably then a game where you can't damage race. You have to like try on these bosses.
Yeah, there's a certain point where then you can start damage racing, but you're not going to be able to damage race it from the beginning.
So Intergalactic, but all of this happens on Earth, right? Our pollution problem is just so bad. This guy has come from a different galaxy just to fix ours. That's disappointing.
Yeah, imagine just like, man, your world is so messed up. We had to call.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm still doing rain with
the space CSI has to come to fix your problem.
Gosh, this music's a lot worse, unfortunately.
I mean, it's Game Boy. You can count on one hand all of the good sounding Game Boy games.
The weird thing is that Game Boy, people were making Game Boy games for a long time, for like 10 years. It's like one of the longest active consoles that there is. And you'd think by the end they would have.
Well, then they decided just to upgrade with the Game Boy Color.
No, this isn't that bad. It sounded a little off at first. It's sounding a little bit better now.
Okay, LanceDrago has made it back to Oil Slick. And Zerfall is, I think, pretty close. Only like a few jumps away.
Has Zerfall been to Oil Slick yet? I don't think so.
I don't think Zerfall has made it.
We haven't seen what non-blurry, non-green Oil Slick looks like.
Okay, so LanceDrago is going for charge strats right now. Yeah, Zerfall keeps missing the timing on this slide barrel.
That was such a fast. You're not that slick. Yeah, but it's the wrong "you're," unfortunately. the sound effects of this game are actually pretty impactful.
He can say the wrong "you're." That's his superpower.
Oh, nice. We've got... Well, ooh, I almost spoiled strats for a different game that's in the pool. Never mind.
Yeah, but LanceDrago, I think, has figured out the pattern. Just wait for Oil Slick to fall, wail on him, and then just go in the corner. And hopefully Zerfall can get the slide this time. Does not.
This dude is annoying. Lance thought surely he must have so little health that I can damage race him, but like, there's a chance that that's not going to be the case. He's going to need to actually be jumping over these bullets here.
Yeah, a lot of these bosses are just HP sponges.
Charging noises. It's some strong charging noises. It's loud. It's like balanced loud compared to the rest of the game audio.
You need to know you're charging.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And there it
is. For some
reason,
knew that was the final hit because they were not in there anymore. But oh, Megamind, great job. Now you must save the seabirds.
So now we're doing our. Yep.
Too bad. Now move on and save another world. Oh my god.
No seabirds got saved today. No seabirds were harmed or saved in the making of this game.
Immediately falls in the ocean. Oh. Jeez, the Game Boy's chugging. Get out of that room. There we go. Look at that. You can see the frame rate improve.
And Zerfall has made it to Oil Slick.
Nice. You're not that slick. Oh, look at that. There was like the...
Yeah, so Zerfall hasn't quite realized that you can't hit the ball yet.
I would assume.
But I think actually found a strat to not getting hit when it comes down. So Zerfall might be able to catch up and make up some time. Yeah, so Zerfall is going to make up some time, because I don't think he's going to take any damage in this fight, and so we'll complete it.
I will say, in MT, I tend to do decently well at older platformers, and what my go-to is always a crouch attack. I feel like it usually has less iframes, and then also, or like, you can do it faster, and then also you're just smaller, so you just get hit less often.
Yeah, Zerfall getting all up in Oil Slick's business.
Yeah, this is looking good.
And then LanceDrago is on the dam level. I don't remember...
Watch your mouth.
Oh.
Got him.
Good thing we have the mature filter on this stream.
Yeah, he may not have a hitbox. That's a really good point. I'm pretty sure Zerfall was right inside of Oil Slick. Maybe only the... Well, I mean, enemies have hitboxes for sure.
Yeah, they just decided to not make... Ooh, but...
I don't know, Oil Slick's kind of a weirdo. He just, like, teabags on you, and, like, I don't know. He's a strange dude. I'm not
Zerfall
sure...
down to 1 HP.
Yeah, I want to say it's going to be 2 more cycles, so Zerfall's got to be careful. Yep.
Oh, yeah. And that was the 0th life, so it has to redo the platforming section to get back. So that is going to be a lot of time loss. Yeah, but... So this is
Lance avoiding these waterfalls. I don't know what the knockback situation is like, but it looks like these look like scary jumps.
Yeah, this section is not great because these little turret things are just brutal. They will not let up.
Can you kill him?
I think
like
you
never
can.
Close enough. Oh, well, Yoku
and now we have
here?
Yoku blocks. Yeah,
oh, you gotta wait for him to
blocks?
line up on the cycle? This stinks.
Yeah.
Platform is blocking that. Oh, I guess those waterfalls aren't even dangerous, or maybe just got lucky.
I think just missed the hitbox of them.
We can't scroll fast enough to keep up with the gravity we programmed into this game. So.
And I think there is a Quickman laser section in the garbage area.
Yeah, good call with the charge.
Yeah, so LanceDrago taking out those little shooters, which is very smart, very low HP. Well, I think Zerfall is going to get the oil slick kill this time.
The ball does 3 damage. So, LanceDrago getting hit by the bullet every time, which only does 1 damage, was actually better than this Zerfall strat. If he can't avoid the ball. There we go. I guess if you're close enough, it goes over you.
It just zooms up. And this is Sulfura.
Yeah, right. I'll rain on your parade.
I think Sulfura has some, like, very annoying patterns. But not too difficult to figure out as well.
If you're making like a modern, like retro revival kind of game, just put in a couple text boxes before the boss. Just give them a little bit of character. Don't make it take a long time that people are going to get frustrated, but, you know, make a couple quips here and there. Really makes you feel motivated.
Yeah, you gotta make sure they have a pun based off of their name. Someone has to say it.
Absolutely.
Doesn't necessarily have to be the good guy. It could be the bad guy making a pun off of their own, like, scenario.
Like in Shovel Knight, all the little knights have personalities.
Yeah, make your characters have personality.
I don't know. You'd be surprised. Now save the seabirds. Nice.
Immediately hitting those seabirds just pour one out. Like, if you got one at home, everybody pour one out for the seabirds. They are not being safe today.
Play some Sarah McLachlan.
In the arms of the seabirds. Yeah, the worst part about Sulfura is you have to do this climb every time.
Yeah, so I guess this is the difference. Mega Man has 2 checkpoints per level, one halfway through and one at the boss. This game only has 1, but continues let you continue with the checkpoint, but you have to go through the second half of the level to get to the boss again. I don't know which one I'd rather have. You can't ever lose progress in this. So that's nice,
but there's a lot of, like, demoralizing losses and bosses.
Yeah. Yeah, Mega Man does. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, it does. This song's pretty good, though. I like this song better than the Level 1 song. I don't know if these are interpolations of the NES soundtrack for this game or what. For all I know, the NES game is TS. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, that poor GBA is being stretched to its limit. Like, on Zerfall's screen, it was just down to like 10 frames.
Mega Man must mention recycling a few different times. There's Junkman. What, is he not involved in recycling?
I mean, where is all the dialogue in Mega Man games, though? There is none.
You have to, like, ask people in the shop and, like, the... Yeah, this game's super laggy. I mean, I guess good for them pushing the Game Boy to the limit. I assume, just based on the sprites and stuff, this is probably a pretty late entry into the Game Boy library. Pretty impressive.
And there goes Sulfura.
Nice.
So we're halfway done with the goal.
That's a pretty significant lead at this point. Has kept this lead. I mean, it's still anyone's game, but I think Zerfall is going to have to...
All right, shoot the cans.
Sulfura.
Keep the cans out of the water.
I've got Duck Hunt.
This is Dr. Pepper Hunt.
Well, these are like tin cans. These are like, you don't use an old-fashioned can opener
that's
to
what
open your
Dr. Pepper was used. Like that's what was in the old cans.
Right. Oh no, Megamind is disappointed. Too bad.
Too bad. Now we've got pollution area. I mean, they've all been pollution area, but this one is the smog.
1993, well, a pretty late NES game then, assuming that it came out around the same time.
Yeah, this one has the mechanic of acid rain.
Got it. What does that do? Just damage?
It just damages you, so you need to get under like a specific thing in order for you to not take damage. And I think that's in the second half of the stage.
Zerfall just needs to wait for the second cycle. Never mind. Doing it just fine. Says that'll show you, commentators. I'm all for it. Thanks for proving me wrong.
Commentator, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, don't put this on me.
Alright, Zerfall getting to Sulfura.
Seems like an easier, significantly easier than Oil Slick, at least. A lot less health. I would be doing some charge shots right here.
Yeah, it's just about recognizing the pattern. Which is most bosses, but this one... You can, like, not pay attention and take some damage. Like, her throwing those Molotovs. Yeah, so there's the acid rain. Almost on both screens, but different kinds of acid rain.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, but gets dunked on.
Zerfall was close, I think.
Yeah, but sign graph movement is always hard to really get your head around sometimes.
Well, and you want to push, especially in this game, the hitboxes aren't very clear. They clearly extend way beyond where you actually get hurt, and so you want to push the limits pretty hard, and it's hard to know how hard you can push them.
Alright, Lance getting back to the spot, I think, where the acid rain destroyed their day. Which, if you're in an area affected by acid rain... I think you
actually, even in a blind race context, save significant time by killing these enemies with how much lag there is.
Yeah, but this area is really bad. The acid rain, the enemies throwing explosion objects, the thunder. It still gets tagged.
No! Zerfall jumping just a little too early for trying to anticipate that Yoku block. No! Okay. Killing the turret, that's good. Yeah, that is a nice thing. If anyone doesn't know the meme, Kurt Q has 4 games, and they sub them just sort of alternatively every year. We used to require subs. Now we don't, and Kurt Q still was like, I gotta sub this game.
Kurt Q still blessing us with... currently, LanceDrago has 2 of the areas defeated and is on the 3rd. Zerfall is on their way to getting to the 2nd boss.
Yeah, if Zerfall had beaten the boss that time, it would have been a lot closer race, but this is... Lance is pretty far ahead at this point.
Yeah. Though, I believe, like, maybe... It is possible that Zerfall could catch up. Is only... If Zerfall can beat the boss here, is only a stage behind... Like, half a stage behind.
I mean, it's Lance's race to lose, really. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Zerfall. I think Zerfall feels behind, so they probably were trying to do as much damage as quickly as possible.
What game was that, Exuno? What was that one game that you had me play that Andy submitted and none of the testers could beat, like, any of? It was some, like, NES, like, homebrew. Andy subbed it and then, like, no, it was way too hard.
Yeah, I don't know if charging is the best idea, Zerfall. You're causing a lot of lag.
Yeah. And probably listening to the sound, too. That can't be healthy.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 doctors recommend not listening to the charging sound. Yeah, but I think we're in, like, those are on LanceDrago's screen. I think those are supposed to be air, like, currents. Or maybe they were magnets. But we're at Smog Boy. Smogger.
Clean air? Oh, I didn't see his quip, but he hates him. That's basically what he said. And I hate you. I'm gonna hit you with my stick.
Yeah, but this is basically a Super Mario World boss. They go in the pipes.
What game was... I don't even remember Boris. It must have been short.
But yeah, LanceDrago is doing a really good job not getting smogged. Oh, but getting hugged.
Oh,
down to 1 HP.
Yeah, I did bad and it was too short.
And Zerfall back on...
Furries!
You're not gonna say it? You gotta say it out loud for the fans at home.
Sorry. Video games were really different back then. You go into pipes, you hit the smog monster, repeat forever. The Last of Us changed that. To the reference to the Last of Us showrunners thinking that every video game is like whack-a-mole, I guess.
Oh, Lance. No, Lance isn't gonna get the perfect smog removal. Didn't even hit the checkpoint. Oh, Mega Mind, so upset.
Too bad. On
Zerfall,
the final
getting
level,
the clear.
Eco Power.
So this is the Trash Land, where you
Zerfall
fight the Trash
moving on to level
Man.
3, but I mean, it's gonna take a lot at this point.
I think I remember the quip for this one, because it was my race comment when I raced this.
Was it, you might want to stay home next year, big guy?
No, that's your comment.
Oh, you're right, you're right. I got confused.
Yeah, he doesn't have a very good quip. It's something like, get out of here, stinky.
I'm ready. So sad, Zerfall's only moving on to level 3. It's gonna take a lot. It's unlikely to happen here. I think this is gonna be a green victory for us today. But now that I've said it, it'll be really close.
So there is a section up here that is a bit tricky. I think it is sort of like a Quickman laser auto-scroller part. That there is the possibility that it could trip up LanceDrago, and the Trash Man fight isn't free.
Oh.
Yep, so got trashed. That
like,
is...
Yeah, okay, Quickman laser, sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
I think
Trash
that's being
Man.
pretty generous to this
fast.
game to call a big, slow, weird wall of trash a Quickman laser.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're supposed to go down and it chases you.
Yes. It's like this every day in New York City. You gotta be careful to get crushed by big walls of trash. Big trash avalanche. Not related to Bruce Valanche.
Bruce Valanche and his trash.
Oh, okay, what is this? Is this invincibility? Is that what diamonds do?
I'm not sure what diamonds do. I think they actually may make your charge go faster.
I don't know. Zerfall didn't take any damage from that acid rain. Oh, still hasn't taken any damage from it. What's the deal? I thought that damaged you.
It is. I'm actually not sure either. So, like, this trash is fast. Look at how fast that trash is.
Yeah, it's pretty fast trash.
Speaking of fast trash, oh, it got just cornered by the spike. But did, I think, make to the checkpoint, so it does get to start at the bottom of the trash water.
Pretty impressive. That was garbage. I assume that's a joke. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, keep recycling these jokes, everybody. We're going to reduce the use to reuse them.
Might as well be the Cuphead run on GDQ yesterday. Okay, so these things...
Yeah, you saw the tiniest jump in the world from LanceDrago.
Okay, get out of here. These are scary crushers. These are like... probably not second to Adventure Ball crushers, but like maybe third. Oh, Zerfall jumping right into the turret to try and take it up at the pass. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think Zerfall has the checkpoint here.
No, is at the checkpoint.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we are climbing. All right. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better.
Yeah, but LanceDrago is very close, I think, to Trash Man. Just has some Yoku trash blocks to deal with.
Are there Goku blocks in Junkman stage? I have like a vague memory that there are.
I don't think there are.
I guess there's just like the big things of trash that like fly at you that you can jump
Because that's
on.
like... I don't remember there being Yoku blocks in Mega Man 7. But I could be wrong. I'm probably very wrong.
Is that our scale of crushers from Adventure Ball to Jelly Car Worlds? I think that's fair.
God, well, look at how many enemies are on LanceDrago's screen. They're just constantly respawning.
Oh, there we go. Drop that lettuce on him. He dodged it, no problem. Rotten head of cabbage. Stop, you stinky! There he is. He's the trash man. Oh, he's like a trash yeti.
Yeah, he throws trash, he kicks at you, and is pretty quick. But there is a safe spot that you can stand, I think. Yeah, he throws his fist out of the trash.
I mean, I think this is not gonna... I mean, no way at this point. What, is Lance gonna perfectly... No, I didn't think so.
No. But does have 2 more attempts to get to... Yeah, there's actually 2 checkpoints in this one. The trash stage is long.
Oh, alright. It's hard because even if it's inevitable, you have to watch it in lag vision and just see it happen slowly.
And just hope.
Well, these guys are weird, but it's honestly not as bad as they could be. They only do 1 damage, and they do no knockback because they have that weird little grab onto you animation.
Yeah, Zerfall also dealing with some of them. As Wind. We're back to Trash Man.
I love that his name is Garbage Man.
Yeah, but you do not want to take any contact damage with him, because LanceDrago's already at half health.
Jeez! I didn't even notice. That's crazy. Who's this Warthog guy? What's his name? Smog?
He was Smogger.
Smogger.
Because it's like a hog and smog.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're saying. I think maybe we might be more creative than the people who named the boss, honestly. But...
What, you don't think Garbage Man is very original?
They got sued by Waste Management after this. Defamation.
Yeah, but I think of the fights, Smogger is the easiest.
Yeah, Smogger doesn't really seem to have significant, like, cycles where he's invulnerable.
Unlike yeah, immediately dead. Man. Zerfall first trying, doing a teabag on Smogger.
Okay, so there's a chance that Zerfall could catch up here if Lance really struggles with Garbage Man.
Oh,
Zerfall would rather die, but I don't see a health bar, so whatever.
Yeah, this one you have to let it go through all the way. So Zerfall actually going to get rid of the smog.
It's just that easy.
He's gonna get a good job.
Because
good job.
Where's the smog going then? Because he's just breaking it up, and it's still going up into the air.
That's how you stop smog. You just hit it.
At least we got a shot of Mega Mind smiling. That's what Mega Man looks like under his helmet. Don't believe the people that say he has hair.
The giant forehead.
Yeah.
Bald. All right, but Zerfall has a chance.
Getting destroyed by these enemies. You gotta be careful here, Zerfall.
If I were Zerfall, I would take the intentional game over right now, just to start this level off with.
Well, game overs and deaths don't make any difference apparently. So I guess.
Well, to get to the checkpoint though, because Zerfall just started the level, has 2 HP.
Well, no, it continues start you back at the checkpoint.
Well, isn't gonna probably get to the checkpoint with the amount of HP they have.
Like a health thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get destroyed right at the beginning of this level. I don't know if he started with full health or what, but right next to the
baited by the health and gets bopped by the enemy. But not too much time lost, but time is real precious because LanceDrago is on the boss. Still getting bopped. But I think has a strategy. Ooh, but like, takes a hit. Yeah, if Lance strikes another hit, I think we'll have to we'll get put back to the checkpoint. Ooh.
Not happening.
So that's a restart.
There he is. Jeez, that forehead.
Yeah, come on, forehead. Just beat the boss.
Yeah. Just press buttons, forehead. Zerfall's like, I would like to Zerfall a little bit faster.
Go home.
Where am I? I am home. Alright.
Go home faster.
Oh no!
Oh. And the worst part, I think, has to start at the beginning of the stage.
Oh man, got trashed.
Omega number calling you out, ID.
I said that specifically so Zerfall would be able to catch up, because the opposite of what we say always happens. We like close races around here.
Yeah, LanceDrago needs to find a better strategy to not taking as much damage to Garbage Man.
Yeah, trying to hit the hands, I don't think you can. So what is the God spot? Maurice mentioning that there's a safe spot in this level.
Yeah, there is a safe spot.
Ooh, the hit before he goes back down. That's a good hit. Jeez. Alright, well. I don't think that's the spot to be. You have to dodge 2 attacks there. If you were on the edge, you'd only have to dodge 1. Yeah, maybe none, according to Brightcheck. Center seems good because it's high ground and you want to have the high ground, but I don't know.
Oh, Zerfall is through the falling trash section, is on to the second part of the stage.
Nice. Lance has gotten a lot of hits in here.
But that's it. I think I saw the explosion. Nope, not yet.
No.
It sounded like explosion.
Yeah, that was just Garbage Man going back into the trash.
Ugh.
Okay. Got some generous hitboxes here.
But I think LanceDrago has...
There it is. There it is.
Going for the extra hits. But has
Now
to wait until you gotta recycle 12 cans first.
Oh, I have to done here because I'm the one keeping the time.
Gotta wait for these cans to be recycled.
Oh, do you have to do this before you can done?
You gotta beat 4 levels. You haven't beat the 4th level until you recycle those cans.
It's so funny. Okay. The taste bin may be ambiguous on this, but since we're doing official IDL time, I've declared LanceDrago the winner regardless. I guess unless he's stuck on this for like 20 minutes.
I mean, like, I think there's like a specific number of cans that drop.
You could just not hit any of them, though. I mean, it'd be possible.
I think it is faster, though, too. Yeah, so there's all the cans.
I see.
Good job.
Now I'm going to do the done. Do we have the done in chat? GG.
Can It is here. You get 10,000 points.
That's him.
He's just made of cans.
That's Can It. You don't know Can It?
Was he the one throwing cans in the river before?
Can It's as popular as Hello Kitty in some places in this world.
I don't know if I believe you, so I'm gonna just...
No, I'm being completely sarcastic. I don't know who Can It is. I've never heard of Can It.
Oh, wait, he is.
Nice try. Nice try. Pretty early in the morning.
I needed to have a loud typewriter, just like type, and then just like make it sound like I'm doing research. But yeah, that is the victory for LanceDrago. Zerfall tried to make the comeback, but just got stuck a little bit too much. And we are joined by LanceDrago.
Right.
And we are joined.
Okay.
Whoops.
It's Captain Planet.
Yes, this is Captain Planet, essentially.
Okay, I'm glad we're agreed on that.
So, outside of the Captain Planet comparison, how did you feel about the game?
Honestly, I thought it was fun. It was a bit janky, especially with some of the controls, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's a GBA game GB game trying to do what a GBA game could do better.
Yeah. Like, the slide, for example, is very not responsive. Probably because it doesn't handle 8 directions well, as you could see from the shooting minigame.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pretty close race. I mean, you had to lead the whole time, but it was, if Garbage Man had given you a little bit more trouble, Zerfall could have caught up, I suppose, but you were able to clutch it out in the end.
Yeah, I kind of needed to stop doing what I was doing and just take it safer, which is what I started doing at the end, sticking to the right side after he went down below.
Yeah, some people in the chat have said one of the far sides is safe, but they don't remember which one.
Yeah, seems like I assume he approaches you whichever side you're on, so just the opposite side of that after.
Here we've got Zerfall moving on to Garbage Man.
Yeah, this is Zerfall's second attempt.
Got it.
Oh yeah,
that looks like a good spot.
Yeah, you just hang out on like the exact left
side. The starting spot. my gosh!
Yep, and Zerfall finds the cheese.
That makes sense that so many people have found it then.
You still have to dodge the fists, but outside of that, everything else about him is just simple.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't
Pretty
realize
rough though.
our
Pretty
side was
rough health.
this.
I don't know if so these rocks don't have hitboxes.
Yeah, no, they don't, as far
I
as I can
definitely thought they
gather.
did.
So Lance,
Oh,
have you played any games similar to this? Like, did you have like some prior experience to? I guess we were been calling this like a Mega Man Light.
yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
and it's platformers. I grew up on platformers, so I've played a lot of games kind of similar-ish to this. Like,
And do you think that gave you a little bit of an edge? Like when you see a platformer in Mystery Tournament, you're just like, this is a game for me. Like, is that what
yeah,
you're kind of hoping for?
pretty much, yeah. You kind of get the usual patterns like platforms, cycles, things like that. Especially the hazards with some of the ones that came up in the later stages, just knowing to avoid those ahead of time.
Yeah, I think one of the first platforming hazards was I think in that first stage where you had to slide onto the barrel.
Yeah, those barrels, especially the one where you had to slide onto it as it was going up, that you just kind of have to get the timing.
Oh yeah, and Zerfall
Yeah,
has the pattern down this time.
yeah, seems like he's not going to have any issue with this attempt.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Oh no! Whiffs
oops.
the charge shot.
Yeah, I definitely did that a few times.
Yeah, I don't know if the charge shot does more damage.
It, as far as I can gather, it seems to, because it sure was killing that first boss a whole lot faster. Just, it's really finicky how it charges up. Yeah, this one looks like it's done.
Yeah, probably just one or two more cycles and Zerfall's gonna get it. Uh, Hopefully won't whiff this shot. Gets it and the
Yep, there.
explosion, but not done yet. Has to do the mini
And
game.
yeah,
You both were very smart. Do you feel bad that you didn't save any seabirds?
no, birds are jerks. We all know that.
It's better to hit cans than to save birds. But yeah, doing this mini game real fast. Understands the assignment. But it's also like it's funny that the last one is the longest mini game.
Yeah.
Oh, is it gonna get a perfect? Gets the perfect can score. Gonna be greeted with a good job from Megamind. And that is Zerfall with the
Nice.
dot done.
And we've got a double coming up right now, so I'm gonna move away from this and mute myself on the stream here, and got another
We'll see
game
if
we're grabbing.
Zerfall wants to. I don't think I have the power to move. Yeah, I don't have the power to move.
Oh,
Welcome, Zerfall. GG.
GG.
Yeah, some of that stage and a few of the bosses were a little tricky for you.
Yeah, the first stage, that one jump where you had to slide but wait before you slid, man.
Yeah, it's a very rude introduction to this game. Kind of
Yeah.
sets the tone for what to expect from the platforming.
Yeah. And I feel like as the game went on, I got better, but just not fast enough.
Yeah, you'd had some good pushes at the end. Almost made it to Garbage Man at the same time as LanceDrago, but just were was a hair short of making that kind of on-screen tie at one point.
Yeah.
But how did you feel about the game?
It wasn't that bad, especially for a Game Boy game. I spent a long time with a Game Boy when I was a kid, and I've played a lot worse.
Yeah, no, for a Game Boy game, it's actually doing a lot of advanced things than some of the other Game Boy games of its time.
Yeah. There was quite a bit of slowdown at times, but other than that, it doesn't get
Yeah,
too bad.
anytime there was a second enemy on the screen,
Yeah.
or if you were charging your shot at the same time, just imagine those frames going real slow.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I was
I
trying to
know
figure
it
out if it was
probably
faster to
showed
charge
on
and shoot the guy
mine,
or
but
wait and hit him twice for most of them.
Yeah, what was that, Lance Drago?
yeah, probably showed on my screen and somewhere around the fourth level, it was lagging very hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
that
those garbage things that are dragging across the top.
Yeah,
yeah, but you got to appreciate the Game Boy for trying.
yeah.
Like,
They did what they could with what they had.
but yeah, any part that that surprised you in the game, Zerfall, and also Lance Drago after Zerfall answers, they're like, "Wow, I didn't believe a Game Boy could pull this off."
Um, I don't know that anything surprised me as to something that the Game Boy could pull off. But I think the boss fights weren't too bad. Um, a lot of Game Boy games, the boss fights were super unfair. As much as it took me a while to get the first one, I think, especially once you fought them a couple times, you could really pick up on those patterns. Like it was firm but fair.
Yeah, I noticed in the first boss fight, even though Lance Drago did beat it before you, you found a safe spot pretty much just inside the boss.
Yeah. But then at one point I got hit by him anyways, and I was like, was I just timing the hits right before or not? I wasn't sure, so I shied away from it.
Yeah, and Lance, did you notice anything about the Game Boy, like about this game that surprised you, or just kind of run of the course?
Not exactly surprising as such, but I do agree that the bosses were a lot more fair than I would expect some other Game Boy games to be.
Oh, all right. I think we're gonna get set up for our next match. Any final thoughts on the game? Zerfall, you can go first.
It really wasn't that bad. I'm actually probably going to finish it now, since there's only one stage left.
The final stage is a bit brutal, so just know that going ahead of time.
Well, I don't have
The
to fight a
final,
timer this time, so.
yeah, you don't have to fight anybody else. You're just fighting yourself. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lance.
Not much. Like I said, it was fun, even if it's a bit janky. Probably finish it myself. Maybe not necessarily now, but at some point.
But this was a losers bracket match, so Zerfall, I am sad to say that you have been eliminated from Mystery Tournament. Did you enjoy your time, though?
I definitely did, and I'll definitely be back.
Oh, awesome. And Lance, congratulations. You will be moving on. I don't have who your opponent is, even if you might maybe not have one yet, but we look forward to seeing you continue in the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's a few days from now the match decided.
All right, awesome. So thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And good luck.
yeah, thanks.